Last question of the night. Hit me with it.
Okay. So how much of a change will we see with WWE moving to TV-14 television ratings?
So I think everybody overreacted to this initially, right? We all of a sudden, WWE's going to TV-14. This is going to change the world. Look, man, we're not seeing bra and panty matches. They're not dropping F-bombs. They're not going to move away from their core audience. What we're going to get here is we might get some blood in matches, right? When Brock Lesnar comes out, someone might start bleeding. Possible. Not even sure about that. I think more what's happening here, there's a few things I think that are lining up that taking place. One, Jay Knows Wrestling said something, and I believe this to be 100% true. I don't even know if he was joking, because I can't fucking tell when Jay Knows. I have no fucking clue if that man is being serious or joking, but everything he says is fucking great. Mm-hmm. He said they did it to use to be able to use some of this Vince McMahon stuff in storylines. Ooh. What a better way to blur the lines of like, is this real or isn't this real?
True.
I don't know if they'll do that or not. I don't know. I doubt that's really why they did it. But the fact that they can do that is dirty. Like that's very Vince McMahon-ish to be able to do that. I think that they're going to take the chains off of their heels a little bit. Their bad guys aren't able to really be bad guys. And you got to be able to say a few things. I also think that there was probably a little bit of pressure from just the TV channels. Guys like Pat McAfee and even Roman Reigns, they were already kind of pushing this line. Pat McAfee drops a bunch of...
Some of the stuff that he says is hilarious.
No, it's great. But it's not PG. Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff Pat McAfee says is not talking about the cock. Yeah.
Not in the cock.
That's not PG. So I think certain people had already kind of pushed them and showed their hand. And I think that, to be honest, Pat McAfee's probably a big reason some of this happened, because he did some of this without asking. Mm-hmm. And they kind of looked around and they went, nobody's mad. Like, nobody's upset at the things he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, the girl's already half naked. Who cares? What, you see some more titties? I don't think Natalya could pop out any more of her titty without a nipple popping out.
So you want my wild conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
This was done for MJF. MJF needs the company to be TV-14 to be a good bad guy. And if they are really believing that we are getting closer and closer to January 2022, and guess who has not popped up on AEW again? MJF. And I know they say he's waiting for CM Punk, but MJF goes, oh wait, they're TV-14 too now. Mm-hmm. I can say the same things, maybe not as, maybe he gets to meet in the middle. Mm-hmm. I can still be a bad guy. I can't go as far as I do in AEW. I think Tony Khan's got to be the guy shitting his pants when he saw this and going, I think they're making a move for MJF. I really think WWE goes, let's start aligning ourselves to do this. Mm-hmm. But other wrestlers are going to benefit from this as well. Guys like Edge. Edge has been known to kind of be a cutting edge person. No pun intended. KO is going to fucking eat this up. When KO can just be a little bit dirty, like a little bit rough, a little bit nasty, cuss a little bit, I think he'll be great. Rhea Ripley seems like somebody who will benefit from TV-14. Her pin kind of pushes the boundaries. The way she kind of like grinds up on people when she's pinning them. Have you noticed that?
I don't think I realized that at all.
Watch it. It's happening.
Those are those subtle things that just go whoop.
Cody Rhodes is somebody who loves blood. He's on fire and burned and stuff like that. That's all TV-14 shit. That shit he can't do in WWE that all of a sudden he can do. So all of a sudden Cody will be bleeding all over the place. Mm-hmm. I think The Miz is somebody who I think if the reins are let off of The Miz, he could be a good bad guy.
Yeah. Then
you got Natalya. Natalya's out here on fucking Instagram.
Ready.
She's already TV-14. Mm-hmm. She may be fucking rated R.
Yeah.
Already. I mean, she's out here just letting it all fucking hang out. Mm-hmm. So I think she's probably elated. And then someone like Carmella. Mm-hmm. Carmella will benefit from this because she is the closest thing to like an attitude era female we have in WWE. She, what'd she say this last time? I got the best ass and the best moves or some shit like that.
I think so. Something along
that line. So she was already pushing the boundaries there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, but I think it'll be good for wrestling. I don't think it was an overreaction to AEW or anything like that.
It's not that big of a step like between the two.
Yeah, I mean, I think, to be honest, you're just going to get more of what you were getting with, like, Pat McAfee and Brock Lesnar. Those two already we're pushing the limit. So all of a sudden, guys like the Usos are allowed to talk like Brock Lesnar does. Roman Reigns is allowed to talk like Drew McIntyre. All those guys, you could just turn their characters up a couple notches, especially the bad guys. But I really think come January.
I'm excited.
This was definitely no joke. I know I've said conspiracy theory and I'm joking, but no joke. If I'm MJF and I see this, I really have to go shit, if the money's right, I could do WrestleMania. I get to be my character. I get to do he's got to at least be considering it.
All right. Well, when it happens, we'll come back to July 21st.
That was that the date?
It's the 21st.
You got anything else?
No, I think that's it. SummerSlam's already going to be here.
It's fucking,
we got to make our
flies by. Next
calls.
week will be prediction show, right?
Yep, so I can keep my belts, which you never gave me a proper handover of the belts.
So next week we will have a belt ceremony to ceremoniously give you your belt so that the week after you can give it back to me.
Fuck you.
This has been another episode of the CWC Wrestling Podcast. Make sure to tune in every week, either on YouTube or Spotify. Please leave us a comment on this episode. Also, make sure to follow us on TikTok. If you don't already, just search Notorious Nerdy D. As always, I am the Notorious Nerdy D. That is Level Up Lauren, and you can ring the final bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
Notorious. Big it up, big